What's up, guys? This is the April Patreon Q&A video. Thanks for coming in again, for watching the video. Thanks for your support. Also, this month was the first month we reached the point where the podcast is now supported by the Patreon. So the podcast hosting, which I had to pay for, is now paid for by the Patreon. So great. It reached enough money that, now I don't actively lose money when doing the podcast. That's cool. So thanks for that. Thanks for your support as always. To get to the questions, a few questions this month. So again, if you have any questions that I don't get to, or if you have any questions that you haven't asked yet, be sure to send them my way on the Patreon page or Twitter, Discord, all the other ways, because I'll answer it next month. But here's one from the email that I thought was pretty good, so I want to go to. It's a question about teaching. So it's been suggested by my JTE, which means the teacher you work with, that I go to a school trip with my class. From what I understand, it's not very common for ALTs. Before I start asking a lot of questions at the school, I want to know, what you know about that. Is it cool? Do I have to pay my own way? Stuff like that. So before I say yes, he wants to know what happened. So basically, it's pretty rare for ALT to go on a school trip. But I've done it before, and it's fun. And you do not have to pay your own way. You don't even have to do anything really. You're just there, kind of. So like, you're not expected to be an actual teacher there. Kind of sounds like the other times of the job too. But you're not expected to be a real teacher. You expect to just be there and kind of be the hey, the LT's here with us, cool. Maybe make you say a few things in English, whatever. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's definitely fun and worth it because you get out of kind of the normal day's teaching as well because you get to go to the field trips. That's fun. So yeah, if you want to do it, definitely do it. It's worth it, and it's just fun. It's a different experience, So yeah, definitely do it if you can. That's my advice there. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask them because I'd love to answer your questions. So they'll be excited that you want to come. So yeah, definitely go. Next question. So the people I work for are fantastic. I love working in Japan. But the job is not fun. I have 0 coworkers. The one I do see, she doesn't talk to anyone. On the average day, I wake up at 7 and get on the train at 8. I usually get home at 8 or 9 every night. Travel time doesn't factor in my pay either as well. What can I do? Is there any other job? Okay, that's not important. But yeah, what can I do? So yeah, if your job is bad, you can complain about it or you can try to find another job, right? So I don't know your situation. Obviously, it doesn't sound like a teaching job, so it's definitely not a teaching job, I don't think. So what you can do is scour the job boards, jobsjapan.com, other places, until you find something. And now you have this on your resume. So I don't know what this job is, but now that you have a job on your resume, it makes you getting your next job even easier, or it should at least. So if your job is not that good, I can't give any advice on how to fix that situation because it sounds like that's just a job. But you need to start actively trying to get your next job all the time, right? It's not a once in a while thing. It's every single day. Check the job boards, set up the alerts that every job board can do. My cat is screaming. Set up the alerts that every job board can do, and to show like, hey, if there's a job in Osaka for computer programming, send me an email, and then you get the email, and you can be one of the first ones to apply. So it's important. So never stop looking for your next job if you don't like the one you currently have. Look at this move, sweet moves. Okay, next question. Do you know how to approach someone for a direct hire position in Tokyo? Is there an overarching BOE hiring department, or are they separated somehow? I'm sure there's much more I don't know, so I'm open to any and all advice you have. Okay, so for direct hire positions, no, there is no direct person to approach about those. There's no overarching BOE hiring department. Each BOE is a separate entity. That's what makes these jobs hard to get because there's no kind of pool of direct hire jobs, right? You have to just put the work in, make the FaceTime, make the contacts to find them, and that's what makes them hard to get. So, and especially in Tokyo, where it's probably the most wanted place to be a direct hire, that probably, multiplies this by a factor of 2, 3, 4, the difficulty level I'm talking about. So if you want to get a direct hire position in Tokyo, you need to, the best thing to do would be get an ALT job in Tokyo of any kind, dispatch company or otherwise. And that'll get you in the world, right? Once you're in the world, you got to start networking, right? So you got to start talking to ALTs, all the ALTs in the area. Say, hey, you work for the BOE there. Oh, if, you want to get in their head. So when I'm interested, let them know you're interested in that position. So when they leave or when they have to go somewhere else, maybe they'll talk to you. You want to get some FaceTime with all the people, the ALTs in your area, BOEs. If your Japanese is good, you want to talk to them as well. Say, I'm interested in BOE position. It's not crazy to go there and say, hey, I want to be a direct hire position. Of course, they probably won't have one open for you, but they might take your resume. They might, okay, we'll call you back. And it might sound stupid, but if you do that enough times, some of them work. And some people I know have made that work where they drop their resume off at BOE, and years later, the BOE calls that, hey, we need a direct hire. You there. So there's not an easy way to do that. There's no easy way to get direct hire position. That's for 100% sure. So you have to put in the work, put in the time, and it's going to take time. It's going to take years probably. So if you want to get direct hire position in Tokyo, definitely recommend it. It's a great job to have, but it takes time, work, energy, effort, and some Japanese skill probably wouldn't hurt it well. So keep that in mind. Next question. What language, other than the ones you currently know, would you like to learn and why? Actually, my answer to this is I don't want to learn any more languages. I'm still learning Japanese. I want to learn more. I want to get better at Japanese. I haven't been studying like I used to at all. The last podcast episode with the guy that from All Japanese All the Time, Matt versus Japan, he kind of got that fire back in me. Like I thought, man, I remember when I was studying so hard. It was so fun. Like I can feel myself improving a lot. But now since I got more busy and kids and excuses, I know, but I haven't studied like I used to, and I wish I could. You got the fire going for sure, but I just can't study like I used to. I don't have time, and that's an excuse. I could sacrifice an hour of sleep for studying for sure, but I choose not to, so it's my fault. But yeah, I wish I could improve my Japanese. That's my answer to the question. Other language? No thanks. I want to get better at Japanese. I want to pass N1 one day. That was my goal a long time ago. I said it long ago. Even though it's a stupid test, you don't have to have it to get a job or anything. But I set that goal, and I would like to pass that one day. We shall see, though, if it ever is possible. Last question. Where would you put on your JET application if you had to do one in 2019 for your preferred placement? Okay, that's a good question. So where would I put for my preferred placement? So, where would I put? Let's pretend I don't know anything about Japan, so I don't know about Kyushu or anything like I do because I'm living here now. I would probably have said 3 places, right? I would say, I don't know. It's a tough one. I would definitely research and find cool places. I think I'd definitely put Hokkaido in there because that was one of the first places I found on YouTube when I was looking for Japan stuff. When I first thought about looking at Japan, I found Niseko, which is kind of a ski resort, and it looked pretty cool to work there. I thought, man, if I could work there, that'd be so fun, even though I don't ski. But that would probably be one. Niseko, Japan would be one. I'd probably put someplace like, I don't know, I always heard of Osaka was fun, so I'd probably put Osaka there too. And my other one, I don't know, but I definitely have 3 because I know putting 3 is better than putting 0, or just, it shows that you have an interest. You know enough about Japan to have 3 places you want to go, which is important. Some people don't do that, and it's definitely worth it. So I would definitely find a third one, find some kind of unique reason. That's the best, I think, of the unique ones, right? So like, I want to go to what's a crazy small town, Saga Prefecture, because it's a sister city of the town 30 minutes away from my town, or something like that. Those I always think seem cool. Of course, I don't know if they're effective at getting you hired on JET, but they always seem cool and seem like a good answer. So I wish I could have something like that if I was going to try to be a JET in 2018. So I guess that's my answer. Niseko, we're going to Osaka, and some obscure one, kind of niche one that I think would get me some attention because they are more rare for sure. So yeah, that's it. That's my 3 answers there. That's the Patreon Q&A for this month. Hope you got some good answers there. I don't think it's really great mind-blowing stuff this time, but yeah, be sure to get your question next time. Thanks to everyone that joined this month, and also some people increased their pledge, which is insane. Thanks, guys. It's really awesome. And yeah, I'll see you next month. And if you ever have a question you want to know, of course you can send it on the Patreon page, but Twitter and email are always there for you. I can always answer at any time. So also get on the Discord if you're not, because I want to talk to you guys. So get on Discord. It's the quickest way. I'm always there all the time. It should be working, but I'm on Discord. So check it out if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next monthly Q&A video, guys. See ya.